Good afternoon and welcome to the Lunchtime News. I'm Phil Hilton. Street traders in Nottingham say their livelihoods will be snatched away from them if plans are agreed to move them off their city centre pitches. The City Council says the traditional flower and fruit and veg stalls detract from Nottingham's image as a shopping mecca. But customers say the proposals are disgusting. Sarah Teal reports.
This fruit and veg stall has been at the same spot in Nottingham for 40 years. Jason Coxon has run it since he was a schoolboy, his dad before him. And there are many other street traders boasting a similar history. Some of the pitches are as familiar in Nottingham as the lions which dominate the market square. And street trading has actually been happening in this city for a lot longer than these guys have even existed. But time could be up for all of them. Nottingham City Council wants to ban them and have them all moved to the same area near the Victoria Centre.
Very shocked, very bitter, and we just want to continue. We want to come out, earn our living, go home, enjoy life. But that's being taken away from us.
I don't know any other. I will be on the dole because I don't know what else to do. I think it's disgraceful, to be honest.
Just about thought we're going forward and everything's going well, and then we get this bombshell that they just want to get rid of all the street traders. What do we do now? Where do we go?
A petition to save the street traders is attracting thousands of signatures from very disgruntled customers.
I think it adds to the shopping, and I think it just makes the streets livelier.
Adds something else to the city centre, doesn't it?
It can't be a detraction, can it? It's lovely.
The council is consulting on the plans and a decision will be made in the summer. Sarah Teal, East Midlands Today, Nottingham.
A couple in Derby are campaigning to get more support for children and adults with autism. Nigel and Natasha Jovanovic have a 7-year-old son who is autistic. They want the government to make new laws to provide more care for people with the condition. Ministers will consider the autism bill when it goes before Parliament tomorrow.
We need people to understand that autism is a disability, and these children and adults do have the right to the correct access. And without the bill, without it becoming law, there is no there's no obligation on the local authorities to actually provide something.
Plans for a new travellers' site on the edge of a Leicestershire village will be discussed by councillors later. Hinckley and Bosworth Council have put forward a proposal to develop a 10-pitch site on the banks of Thornton Reservoir. Tonight they'll be holding a consultation meeting to look at a range of options for developing the area. Now to the latest of our special reports marking the 25th anniversary of the miners' strike. For ex-mining communities in the East Midlands, government regeneration funding is beginning to make a difference. But some former pit villages are still waiting. Here's our political editor, John Hess.
Since the pits closed, the government spent £330 million in the East Midlands alone to attract new businesses. In Rainworth, population 8,000, there's a feeling this former pit village was overlooked.
We've not created any jobs in the village, to be quite honest with you. There's no factories, there's no industrial units, there's nothing.
The commemorative plates help educate a new generation about the area's industrial past. Could education be the key to future jobs?
It's changing attitudes and through education and training, transforming people's lives.
A VIP visit from an EU commissioner to the site of the former Ollerton pit just 10 miles further north. Regeneration Cash has created the Sherwood Energy Village.
On site we have Centre Parks National Head Office, we have accountants, architects, engineering, a respite care facility, so a good spread across the whole spectrum of jobs. I think we've managed to keep, to sustain ourselves and keep ourselves well footed, if you like, rather than going down onto our knees.
In Rainworth, local MP Paddy Tipping shows me the desolate surroundings of the Rufford Colliery site. It once provided jobs for 1,400 local people.
There's a lot of contamination here, but the discussion on the future of this site should have taken place at the point of closure, not more than 15 years later.
The worry now, though, is whether regenerating former pit communities will remain a priority as the economic recession deepens. John Hess, East Midlands Today at Rainworth in Nottinghamshire.
Inspectors are to visit building sites across Nottinghamshire in a bid to tackle poor safety standards. They'll be carrying out spot checks and have the power to enforce strict changes if workers fall short of safety regulations. It's part of a government scheme to reduce the number of deaths and serious injuries in the construction industry. Now, Vikings are alive and well and living in Leicestershire. The Vikings of Middle England recreate the Dark Ages at events up and down the country. Jeremy Nicholas has been to see them training in close combat.
The whole family are having their evening meal. They need to tuck in because tonight's Viking night, where they practice their skills as Norsemen. The kids wear authentic gear but with their pyjamas underneath so they can go straight to bed after, and because Viking clothes are a bit scratchy. So here's the team: Mick, known as Orc, Olivia, called Elspeth, and the little Vikes, Flynn, Storm and Caleb. The kids practice looking mean, and they know their Viking stuff.
Vikings had steel swords. Vikings didn't wear horns. Vikings had round shields.
St Luke's has an evening service in the church and Viking combat practice in the church hall. I think these two are for the Viking practice.
It's a good laugh. It's cracking exercise, keeps you fit. You learn history, various different skills. We're going to have a fight. We're going to have a scrap. We're going to beat each other up. Watch your crowd lines. Don't hurt each other, please.
Well, it all seems to be kicking off in here, Trent. I'm going to pop outside and have a word with the ladies.
You get to live in the 10th century where you don't have to worry about ironing, you don't have to worry about the kids wanting to watch the telly all the time.
Graham, known as Core, looks the part apart from his false leg. Nothing to do with combat, I should add.
No, that's motorcycling.
Well, that's the end of the Norse. Now the weather.
Thank you, Jeremy. I think that's my job now for the weather. Fairly cloudy today with light rain possible and afternoon highs of 10 Celsius. Staying cloudy overnight with moderate winds and lows of 6 this evening. Now, organisers of Derbyshire's famous Shrovetide football match say the event attracted a record number of visitors this year. The annual two-day event ended last night. Organisers say between 4,000 and 5,000 people arrived each day to watch the start of the game. The tradition involves two teams chasing a ball through Ashbourne town centre. Robin Wright from Mayfield goaled the ball at around 7:30. Now tonight on East Midlands Today, we're catching up with Mansfield Golden Girl and Olympic swimming sensation Rebecca Adlington. In an exclusive television interview, she tells us she's scaling interviews down and public appearances in order to concentrate on swimming. Well, last week she celebrated her 20th birthday and says a new chapter is starting in her life as she leaves behind her teenage years.
What happened at Olympics was absolutely brilliant and I remember it forever, but it's in the past now. I've got to move on, I've got to start again from scratch, and that's what I have had to do. I have had to start literally from scratch again with my swimming, so hopefully in 4 years' time it'll pay off like it did in Beijing. I've just got to wait and see and hopefully still be going.
Well, good luck to Rebecca. Well, that's all from East Midlands Today this lunchtime. Our next update is at 3 o'clock. Until then, enjoy your afternoon.